Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and Lady Sakura. So we just finished up in Wither here, and we are going to leave and head on to Codex. So far we're doing pretty well in terms of managing our fear and stuff, which is good because we've had so many instances where fear has just kicked our ass. It's a bit difficult though making headway against this thing at the moment. We are at least making some headway. Yeah. Uh-oh. There must be a lifeberg. Oh, there is, yeah. Oh, let's get running. Do not shoot at the lifeberg. You're not going to win that fight. Okay, so we're out there. Yeah, we're lucky we didn't drift too close to him because he would have got us. I like how there's writing all over the rocks there at the top. It's really cool. Like a game like this where it was like a kind of a first person game would be really cool, an exploration game. But I think what would happen is that like a lot of modern players, they don't like kind of traveling places. They think it's kind of dead time. You know, whereas for me, if you were traveling and then there were things that you could see or that would happen during the traveling or things that you could do while you're going, I think that would be good. But a lot of people, you know, with a game like this, if it was kind of first person, would want some kind of upgrade where they could basically fast travel from port to port. And then, you know, what's the point of it being a sea-based game? It's the same as well in the likes of Skyrim and stuff like. I actually like the traveling around part of the thing because that's where you kind of discover things by accident and stuff. Whereas if you keep fast traveling between places, it doesn't really happen. Okay, well, we've got a port to port, and there's not really anything else we can do. We need a Searing Enigma for that, okay, and we need a Scrim Shander, a Mastic Drowny. Okay. Well, we're not going to be getting anything like that anytime soon. So let's head off. Yeah, but like a first person one would just, for me, be great. I'd love it. Maybe, you know, on your ship if you had to do certain things. And then if you had like the battles and stuff that you could do while you're going as well. And you could have a crew with some friends. So it's kind of similar to if you know some of the people that I've recorded with, the likes of Braskus or Lum, Morjax, like those guys have a Pulsar The Lost Colony series, and that is just amazing. That's a great game, and that's something similar to what I'm talking about, where that's in space, where you're on a ship and you travel around, and like as you travel, you can run across kind of, you know, ships to fight, and you can also run across places to explore, and you're given missions that kind of, you know, that give you a bit more direction rather than just kind of aimlessly flying around space. And like, even though it is kind of there is like a fast travel system in that, like there's wherever, like a jump, you jump between point to point, but it's not a case of jumping between, say, like the place that you're leaving and ending up in the place that you want to go. You have to do several jumps to actually get there. And then you have similar to to this game where you've got to manage certain resources as well. Obviously, resources are different, but you know, you still have to manage them. You have to get credits to be able to buy and upgrade stuff, and you know, it's a very similar game. And I wish that I had, you know, someone that I could play games like that with. But with me being here in Japan, it's very hard to record with guys. Like I did record I have recorded stuff with the likes, as I said, Morjax Lum. Who else? Morjax Lum, Braskus, obviously, and Ryan from Unbroken Circle, and Darren as well. But they were kind of one-offs where we did Tabletop Simulator, and we did stuff I did Barney with Lum and Braskus as well, and then we did some For Honor, but they were all kind of like one-offs rather than a series. But I'd love to be able to do a series with those guys, because like they're listening to, especially to Lum and Braskus talking, and especially because they know each other, like they're actually friends outside of YouTubing, and their wives know each other as well, and you know, they're really interesting to listen to, and they can give you great insight on stuff as well. But let's take tea. So let's see what that does for us. Okay, some of them wear the robes of Irimi Riddlefishers. Some look like Withern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of those peoples. We're keeping the steps for the games of truth, a helpful riddle fisher explains, as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year the people of Irem and Wither meet here for, she pauses, contests. She finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Irimi liqueur, pale Withern beer, and something the riddle fisher described blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the riddle fisher grins. From time to time, a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. So that's nice. So we've got supplies and fuel, and we lost 10 terror as well. So doing excellent managing our terror. Now we don't want to enter, because terror will be really bad. Like, the reason you need no more than 20 is because your terror is going to go through the roof when you go in there. But we're done here now, and we're going to set off. Yeah, so I think as the year is coming to a close, I'm kind of thinking about, you know, it's just kind of natural. You know, people always think for the new year what I'm going to do, and it's the same with, you know, YouTube channel. I think that it's a natural time for you to take stock and think about, okay, so what do I actually want to do in the future with the channel? So some stuff, I've got some stuff coming out over Christmas, hopefully over Christmas, which is going to be a new thing for the channel, and I think for me it's very exciting, and I hope that you guys enjoy it, and it might not really send the channel in a different direction. It might bring in a different maybe kind of audience, and maybe just for that one thing. But I won't tell you any more about it. I'll just let it appear over the Christmas time and see how people react to it, or whether people even notice it. But I think people will notice it, and people will enjoy it as well. But so that's one thing. And then the other thing that is a kind of a big aim for me for next year is to do more co-op stuff with people, because that's, you know, I think I really want to do that now. I'm at the stage now where I'm comfortable, you know, sitting here in front of the microphone and talking, prattling away on my own, and I think I can do that pretty effectively. Maybe not in an amazing style, or, you know, maybe not super entertaining, but for me, I feel comfortable sitting here, and I can chat away for as long as the mic is on, and it's not a problem. But at the same time, that kind of buzz that you get from doing stuff with other people, and that's, I'd like to do that more. And also it helps as well when you're with someone else. I think it was the right kind of mix. So let's say when I did Path of Exile with Mendeleev, I think we worked really well together, and we kind of brought out each other's personality even more than when we do solo stuff. I think that's when you have a good match, is when each person kind of complements the other in terms of being able to bring out the good things in each other, and then kind of the whole being more than some of its parts, as it were. Whereas in some co-ops you can get people who are maybe too dominant, and then it's just like this YouTuber and their hanger on who's making the video with them, and that can have a negative effect where the combined isn't actually as strong as they are individually, where they're not kind of blending well together. Because I think when you're doing co-op, everybody has to have kind of an equal stake and an equal airtime as well. It can't be like one dominant personality and then just some hangers on. So that's very important, and that's what I'm hoping for. And that's why I admire the guys that are doing the Pulsar together, because they have that blend. They have a nice mix there where everybody's able to contribute, and they're not kind of falling over each other. Now, Chapel of Light, do not do any of this crap because it's not good, right? And then don't do any of this crap either. So let's just gather some intelligence. Okay, we got a port. What occurs here between the darkness and the light? A smiling priest in a red cassock tends the chapel. The congregation are shy of light. They come and go in little ships, and it's strangely difficult to count them. Perhaps some of them are imaginary. Still, you note the name of a ship or two. Yeah, and you see, that's things like that is why I think a game like this would be great in sort of a first person thing, or a first person version, because that whole idea of all the little ships coming and going, it'd be really cool to see that, to actually see that, the people coming in their little boats, and them all being different, and rather than like a lot of games where they have boats, it's like, okay, this is what a boat looks like, and they have maybe one type of boat and that's it. And then if you have lots of boats, then it doesn't look right. It's the same with, say, games that have cars in them but not enough types of cars, and then when you see the same model and the same color, like 3 or 4 together, it doesn't look right. Okay, well, let's attempt to calm the guys. A tough challenge. We failed. Okay, but we only gained the 1 terror, so that's not a disaster. Said we're managing our terror pretty well, and now we're going to go up to Horizon next. But yeah, like, that is part of my ambition for the next year. Like, finishing this year, this will be my first full year as a YouTuber. I started, I think, mid-November last year, so I'm going for just over a year. But like, this will be my first full calendar year as a YouTuber, or as a YouTube Let's Player, because I used to make YouTube stuff a long time ago, but not as frequently as I do it now. And certainly it wasn't doing commentary or stuff, but I've learned so much in that year, and I don't mind saying it, and I say it often because I think it's important to say it often as well. Like, I owe a lot to people like Game Night and Morejax and Braskus, Lum, Mendeleev for helping me along the way, and basically teaching me how to improve as a YouTuber. won't say I had to be a good YouTuber because, you know, I'm not really sure that I've reached a level that everyone would agree that I'm a good YouTuber, but I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I'm improving, and it's always nice to feel like you're on that upward curve. Okay, so let's gather some intelligence here. Such there is to gather out here where nothing moves. Nothing moves. This stillness is itself of interest to the Admiralty. It is not impossible someone foolish might attempt to open the gate. It is not inconceivable that it might open from the other side. And what then? Okay, cool. Got our port to port. Now, off we go. Right, so Mount Palmerston is the next place we're heading to. But it's, you know, when you're watching YouTube videos, is maybe something that you don't think about is a lot of the things that help someone along in YouTube can be just like someone on another channel, you know, maybe helping you with an issue that you're having with a recording software, or just even like if it's just something where they just say, listen, you know, sometimes things are hard when you're a YouTuber and you get down, but it happens to everyone, you know. And it was interesting as well that I think it was Morjack shared something where a lot of YouTubers quit. You know, they do it for maybe a few months or maybe even a year, and then they quit because they feel like they're not good enough, or it's too difficult for them, but what they don't realize is that the people who have, you know, in inverted commas, made it on YouTube went through, well, many of them went through the same things. You know, very few people become like instant successes on YouTube. It's all about, you know, putting in hard work, and hard work is how you get good, and also practice is how you get good. And a lot of people quit before they've given enough time for them to actually get good. And you can get yourself kind of in that position where you're thinking, God, like, is it ever going to happen? Am I ever going to be like at a level where people think, oh yeah, he's worth watching or whatever? But oh, that one just disappeared. I guess it's in look at this thing. And it's coming for us as well. Right, but we're running. They're kind of searching for us. Okay. I think we maybe gave them a slip in the fog. So we love you, fog, right at the moment. Definitely love you. And we're gonna make our break for it. Okay, so I think we can slow down now. Yeah, but that's like, for me, kind of the next year is going to be about, as I said, one is the new thing that is coming kind of over the Christmas period, which I hope people are going to enjoy. And then the next thing is about doing more co-op, and then the other thing is just about trying to get, you know, more experience, do another year, not worry too much about, you know, views and subscribers. Although, like, anyone who is a small YouTuber will tell you that every time that you get that what's it called? Not indication. Oh, it's gone out of my head now. Notification, that's it. Anytime you get the notification that you get you've gotten a new subscriber, it's just like, wow. It's, you know, you get that little buzz and you think, yeah, it's like, I must be doing something right because someone has subscribed. Now, let's check here. So we don't want to, well, we could explore the island. Okay. This one, we need 5 bales of linen. That's something to do another time. Okay, we could chat to the folk. That one is going to take us 2 supplies to do that. Okay, we might do it. We can buy supplies here, and we do have the cash for it. So, but let's do this first. There was a revolution in hell, and the aristocracy of the devils fled here. Here they plot in exile. A struggle and a curse. They don't do us any harm. They stay up there, and we stay down here. It's L's fighting itself. That's good for us all, isn't it? Okay, got a report. So I want to dig in the ruins first, because I want to see if we get anything decent. Okay. Perhaps the villagers left valuables behind. You could pick over their remains to see what you might find, you ghoul. A diary of dreams. One wall of a barn still stands. Someone has gouged words into it. In one of the lesser alphabets of hell, an account of a dream of the usurper's son, of its gear teeth sunk deep into the roots of time, of its servants in robes of gold and amber, of its beauty and its lies. You were unlucky. Better luck next time. We lose 2 supplies. Okay. Now, I'm going to check the shop. Okay, so we can buy fuel here. We can't buy supplies. Okay, so it's lucky that I did this. So we're going to buy some fuel. Oh, we can actually, look. Yeah, so let's restock on supplies. Okay, and then here, fuel. So devil bone dice. Okay, so I need to leave 7 because I want to buy 7 of those. Okay. These may be in the future, but these I definitely want to get. Okay. And that means then I need 1 more of those, because that will drop me down to 37 when I try. Oh, no. Actually, I didn't want to do that. It's this I want to do. Okay, let's try again. Aha! How many of them died down here? You could bury them in the ash, but they're so choked and jumbled, you might as well leave them here below. The whole island is the unholiest imaginable ground anyway. At least you have souvenirs. 3 grinning skulls and a craven crooked cross. Okay, so we gained 10 terror, which is not good. But we did get an outlandish artifact, which is very good for us. And then we gained a memory of distant shores. We lost our 2 supplies, but that's okay. Right. And we have 3 lamentable relics. That's definitely good for us. Okay. Now, should we, or can we even try again? We can. Okay. I'm going to try again. So let's buy 2 more of those. So I want to succeed at least 1 more time. Oh, we're unlucky. Okay, we gained 5 terror. We did get 1 intriguing snippet though, and 1 memory of distant shores. Okay, and back to the shop, and then 2 of those. And let's see if we can succeed again. We're fortunate. Good. Okay. So we got the same as before. We now have 6 lamentable relics. We now have 3 outlandish artifacts. Okay. Gonna try again. So that's a 68. So this is the last time we can, well, maybe this time or more, but not much more than that. We're fortunate. Okay. So we're now up to 4 outlandish artifacts, and we have 9 lamentable relics. Okay, that's good. Terror is a bit high, but we should be able to sort it out on the way home. And then now we're going to get our Z soup. Okay, so we have 13 and 18. That's definitely going to be enough to get us home. Okay, but I think I'm going to end the episode here. And then next time we'll start making our way back to London and see how, things progress. Hopefully we get back without losing our ship. But as I say, that's it for now. So if you have enjoyed the episode and you're enjoying the series, please consider hitting that like button, sharing with your friends or on your favorite social media, because that kind of stuff hugely helps. And I really hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.